The Warden is very unique. It's made to be avoided and not something to be taken on. Now you can kill it if you'd like, and that's something I'll give you some tips and tricks on how to do that today. But today we're going to look at how it spawns, a couple quick facts about it, things to know when you want to avoid the Warden or if you want to try to kill the Warden. So let's go over, first and foremost, over here you'll see we have the Ancient City. This is the Ancient City. Beautiful. And I've got night vision potion going on because you can't see here. It's just too dark. So we're in the deep dark, which is also where the which is below Y level 0, and that's where the Ancient City is located. You can see this new block, this blue block, which is Catalyst. With Catalyst, we've got a couple other blocks. We've got a Skulk Shrieker and a Skulk Sensor. Now these are important, especially when it. Let me get away from it. Now these are important when it comes to the Warden. The reason being is this is how you spawn them. To spawn a Warden, you need to set off the Skulk Sensor, well, the Skulk Shrieker, 4 times. To do that, you can either... Let me let that stop. To do that, you can step on it, which sets it off. Now you can also see when I'm walking near it, it's not being triggered unless I step on it. But if you have a sensor around, it detects vibrations and noises. So walking near it sets it off. You can also plug in redstone, which will also trigger this. To have it spawn, you need to have a naturally spawned Shrieker and a naturally spawned Sensor, or just really the Shrieker. Since I placed these here, no matter how many times I set this off, the Warden will not spawn. If you harvest these with hose and take them back to your base, you sadly cannot spawn the Warden. A few other things that are super important. You need to be under light level 11. You need to have adequate space. The Warden takes up a 1 block by 3 blocks tall, 1 block wide. And let's find some naturally spawning ones. So here we go. Is this a sensor? That is not a sensor. So you can see lots of sensors. Shriekers are a little bit more rare. We can find one here. All right, here we go. So there's some sensors here and a Shrieker. Now, if you're going around the Ancient City, you're going to accidentally trigger these, and this is what you want to avoid. You'll see here as I land and set it off a couple times, the Warden will spawn, and I'll show you the animation. So let's do that here now. Set it off. Oh, here we go. So this is the animation right here. There you go. Now the Warden is very different. As I stated before, the Warden moves around, but he's blind, completely blind. He has 2 small eyes. He has 2 small eyes. You can see them right there, 1 pixels, but they don't work. Instead, he gets around 2 different ways. One through vibrations and senses, which he can detect, especially using sensors with his help. Also through sniffing, and I'll demonstrate that here. So first, let me demonstrate the vibration. So let's spawn a bat, and you will see that as I put the bat down, you'll notice that his ears light up with sound. Let's place that down. You'll see. I already lost the bat. There it is. So he smells it, which is one of the mechanics I was telling you about. You can smell within a certain radius, and he's walking towards the bat. Now, if the bat was to, say, walk towards the sensors and set them off, which it just did, his ears light up a little bit. Oh, you just saw that note hit it. He's setting off the sensors, and that makes him upset. His heartbeat rises, which means he's more angry, and he's going to now sonically charge if he can't reach this bat. Oh, well, the bat actually went down, so he might one-shot him with a melee attack. And he does. Nope. There you go. So that demonstrated a few things there. You saw, 1, how fast he can run, just slightly slower than a human. Also, he has a ranged attack, which is that sonic boom that can go through blocks, and it is also, it goes quite a big distance. So when you're around the Warden, there's a few things you need to be careful. 1, your vibrations and your movement. Running near sensors, running on top of sensors will set them off and locate to where you're at. If you're within a certain radius of him, he will also sniff you and find you, and I can demonstrate that now. So let's go over here, and let's just go straight into survival. Now, he doesn't know where we're at, but he's going to sniff, and he's going to walk straight up to me. I'll go into creative so he doesn't kill me. Now, you're also seeing the blinding darkness mechanic, and this is something he does when you're within a certain radius. He might be stuck. Oh, here he comes. He's going to walk right up to me, and I won't move. Now, he can't see me, but he's going to get closer. Also, his heartbeat is beating faster as he gets near me and smells me, because he's going to be angry. And we're going to go to creative before he can kill me, because he will one-shot me. Oh, see, he looked right at me. This is so creepy. And it beats faster. And then just give it a second to let him get more angry, because we're upsetting him. There he goes. It picks up. And it's going to pick up even faster. One more. So there he goes. He's about to. Oh, okay, I wasn't ready for that. Wow, I can honestly say I was not expecting him to attack so fast. Another thing to notice, you will see carpet and wool, and those are important because in the ancient city they naturally spawn here, and that allows you to dampen your vibrations and your noise that you make. So here you can see a walkway made out of it, and these won't set off sensors. Another important tip and thing to note is if when you do set this off, let's go into survival real quick. You'll see we get blindness. So he's going to spawn, and now we're blind. Now, blindness has a bigger effect when you don't have night vision like I do. You can barely see. So he's smelling me now, so I can try to walk away, which I'm going to try to do here. See if I can escape. And the more vibrations I make, the more noise I make, the more angry he becomes. Now, he's no longer sniffing because I'm outside of range and he doesn't smell me. So it's quite easy to avoid him with Swift Sneak and just walking away if you're smart. Now, you can spawn multiple Wardens. When a Warden spawns and another Warden attempts to spawn, it'll check within 48 blocks to see if there's a Warden nearby, and if not, then you're in luck. Actually, you're out of luck, as another Warden can easily spawn and you will have 2 Wardens. So wool is your best friend. If you have a lot of wool, bring extra wool and just place it down as you walk along if you want to make a jump, things like that, and sneak around. Another important fact to note about the Warden is that it is immune to fire damage and also lava. So I can demonstrate that here. Placing down this lava. And then spawning a Warden. As you can see, he also floats and will just stand in the lava as long as he wants. Same with water, it will float. So if you tried to drown it, you would have to box it in underwater to drown it. Otherwise, it will just float. They're also immune to knockback. They cannot be knocked back. And another interesting tip and tidbit about the Warden is you can use Spectral Arrows to see, which work through blindness, which he causes when you're around him. It's not affecting me now because I am in creative. And that allows you to keep track of where he's at. The heartbeat on the Warden is very important because it tells you how agitated and angry it is. It gets agitated when it detects vibrations, which it detects every 2 seconds. So you'll see this bat that is nearby. Let's go night vision so we can see by. This night vision, or this bat right here, as he flies around and makes noises, his heartbeat is going to pick up. So it's picking up now, and at full charge, he will attack. He's going to chase after it quickly, as you can see his movement speed, and one shot. So noises, vibrations agitate it, make him very angry, and those are things that you want to avoid. The other way, obviously, is by hitting him, which will give him full anger, and he will either attack you melee or range attack if he can't reach you and you are too far. So as you hear his heartbeat pick up, just know it's time to run. If multiple people are near a Warden, the Warden will chase after the one that is making the most noise. So if you and a friend are chasing after him and one has him targeted, if you want to distract him, you can do so by making more noise than your friend and helping to lure him away. Fun little trick that you can do is bring some snowballs and throw them in directions. You can see hitting that. Now as you watch, as I hit this, it sends a signal straight to his ear and tells him. If I throw it near a sensor, it'll hit the sensor, and then that'll send it to his ears, and he'll go towards that sensor. You can lead him away with these. The trouble is if he smells you within, if you're close to him and he smells you, then he will actually move towards you via smell instead of the vibrations. So something that you want to make sure you're further away or up high when you do this. Now, being up high doesn't make you immune, as he can do a ranged attack, and those can hit through netherite quite easily. Same with his melee attacks, they can hit through full netherite in 2 hits. So be very careful if you anger him, as he does have a lot of health. He has 250 health, actually. And that is comparable much more than the Wither and the Dragon if you're on Java Edition. It's less than the Wither if you're on Bedrock Edition, but I have seen videos where he can solo the Wither in Bedrock. If they're enclosed. If they're out in the open, then the Wither can win through just dashing all the time. After 60 seconds of being calm or not getting in vibrations, he despawns by going back into the ground. When the Warden is killed by a human or a player-owned dog, it will drop a catalyst block, which is this block right here, between the Shrieker and the Sensor, and also 5 XP. That is all that I have for you guys today. If you guys have any other questions or comments, please leave them down below. Give a like and subscribe if you guys want more content like this. And if you have any other video suggestions, please feel free to send me whatever you would like, as I'm always open to that. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.